Hey, it's Ethan here at eTrailer. We're going to be taking a look at this Kuat grip ski and snowboard carrier and how it fits on our 2022 Lincoln Navigator. This is the black version, but there's also pearl and gray. Additionally, this is the 4-ski 2-board option, but there is a 6-ski 4-board option available as well if you need a little bit more storage. This is a premium ski and snowboard carrier, and it has a couple premium features that we'll get into in just a little bit. But you'd want to use something like this in the event that you have the amount of skis or boards that I just talked about, and you want to get them where you need them to go. You don't have room in the back, or you just don't want to keep icy, snowy skis inside your car. It's a great way to get them up on the roof and to the mountain. The carrier is going to hold on to your gear with these two jaws that open up with these pretty large handles at the end that you can just pop up with your palm. So in the event that you have some larger gloves or mittens on in the winter time, then it's still pretty easy to get them open. But I do want to point out the thing that sets this rack apart just right away are these two trays that you slide by pressing this button right on the inside. So it makes the gear really easy to get to. Like I said, the Navigator is a pretty tall vehicle, so if accessibility is something that's important to you, or you just have a little bit of trouble loading and unloading your skis on a tall vehicle, these are a really great option. While the carrier is open, let's take a closer look at the inside. As you can see, there are these rubber teeth that not only cushion your gear while it's in there, but it keeps it from sliding around, so it secures it in place. If we close it up, you'll see that there are a couple of different stops. So even at the very top, you can fit a wider amount of gear, but it's still not going anywhere. And then it stops in the middle and all the way down. Then you can see that in the front here, you have the ability to lock the carrier, which you'll secure with this lock core on the other side. Might be a little tough to see from where you're at, but there are also lock cores on the inside of the clamps to secure those to the crossbars. On the subject of those clamps, you can see that they install basically just by wrapping around. You'll fit them into the bottom here, and then you close it up. So they're pretty low profile, and they won't take up a ton of space under your crossbars, and they're also rubber and padded, so they're not going to damage your crossbars. You might be able to see that there's a little indentation there, or your round crossbars in the event that you're using those. We have more of an elliptical shape, and they work really well with that. But if you do have crossbars with a T-track slot on the top, there is an accessory kit that you can mount these carriers with that track as well if you'd like to do that. One thing to note about this is that if you do add something onto your crossbars and onto your roof of an already tall vehicle, you are going to be adding some height overall. So we took a measurement from the top of the crossbars to the top of the carrier, found that measurement to be 4.5 inches, so that's how high it's going to sit if you're storing it without any gear. We also measured from where your gear is going to sit to the top of the crossbars in case you're worried about clearance for your bindings, and we found that to be about 3.25 inches. Also, in the back here, the hinge system does widen a little bit to allow you to have some wider gear while still maintaining that even pressure. You can see that we have ours hanging over on the overhang of our crossbars a little bit, which is nice because it doesn't take as much crossbar space. So we have our 59-inch crossbars here, and you can see we still have well over half of the distance left on our crossbars if we want to get some other accessories on there. This carrier is capable of supporting 165 pounds, which is pretty similar to a lot of your roof rack rated things, but you always want to double check, make sure that you take the lowest rated component between your accessories, crossbars, your feet, and the roof of your car. So if you're looking for a great way to get your skis and snowboards where you want them to go in a premium fashion, Kuat grip is definitely a great option for that. Has a lot of those features that we talked about, holds onto our gear really solidly, keeps it secure, has those sliding trays that make loading and unloading super easy. You don't have to open up your door and step inside with your muddy or dirty, icy, snowy boots, getting the interior dirty. I will say that if you want a lot of the similar features without the sliding tray at a more affordable price, you might want to check out something like the Yakima Fat Cat Evo. It does have a lot of those nice features and a low profile, but if you want a really premium option that's built really well and it's going to get your gear where you need it to go safely and look good while it's doing it, the Kuat grip is definitely a great option. This was just a look at how it fits on our 2022 Lincoln Navigator.